The following live stream may contain copyrighted material, the use of which has not been specifically authorized by the copyright owner. We are making such material available for the purposes of criticism, comment, review, and news reporting, which constitute the fair use of any such copyrighted material as provided for in Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Law. Notwithstanding the provisions of Sections 106 and 106A, the fair use of a copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comment, review, and news reporting is not an infringement of copyright.
All right. Yeah, take that. YouTube, Don't come after us. Don't come after us, Sony and whatever, whoever else, Warner, all you bastards. And we thank that nice British lady for reading that for us. Appreciate that.
That's very nice. Yes.
Yeah. All right, welcome everybody. It's crazy chaos here at the dugout. We just had this giant thunderstorm. It was fine. It was sunshiny. I went out to pick up my daughter, and on the way back, this thunderstorm hit. I'm back here. Any of you who've heard about the trials and tribulations in the bunker, how we had a big flood. Well, there's more water in here now just from this thunderstorm, which was, it's kind of letting up now. It's only half hour, but we had a little hail, BB size hail, so that's not too bad. But it was a hail. But anyway, it's crazy.
And on top of that, we got breaking news. We'll talk about at the end.
Yeah, I could barely see driving home. Even the windshield wipers on the maximum setting, you can't even barely see anything. But anyway, made it alive. That's it. No one else wants to hear about my personal problems. But anyway. That's what's going on. So that's why we're a little bit late. All right. So today we're going to talk about Clayface. We got Dean and we got Madman with us. Gentlemen, anything you want to say before we get started?
Nope. Just we got some breaking, but we'll talk about that later. Take care of the other Sony property first.
Save that to the end. Anybody want to set up this Clayface trailer? Madman.
Yeah.
What do you want to tell us?
Yeah, this is basically if you've not understood with Clayface, this version of it is sort of loosely adapted from the Batman animated series Feet of Clay, parts 1 and 2, which happens to be one of my top 10 episodes of Batman the animated series. It is fantastic. I'm glad they kept the Matt Hagen character. There are some subtle differences you'll see. We'll explain it after the trailer. Or during the trailer, but it looks so far pretty good for what it is. But let's see what happens on that.
So this is about a guy. His face is made of clay. That's pretty much it, right?
Well, it's basically he is an actor. Well, I would assume he's an actor in this as well.
Yeah, in case
he gets into an accident.
People who are not familiar with the DC universe, maybe it's the Batman villain.
He's an actor. Disfigured. In the Batman universe, he's been given this chemical that basically reshapes his face and stuff like that. It gets to a point where he overdoses on it and his body is out of control, which you see the picture in the background behind us. That's what he ends up looking like. But he's able to change his appearance. So he's sort of like he's able to morph into different people. He's also able to create weapon objects like that are able to hurt really bad or kill you. So he happens to be one of the dangerous of the rogue elements in the Batman universe.
Yeah, he's kind of the mystique of the DC, except that he if you shoot a hole in him, it's no big deal. Like the clay will reform the hole, and he's and he can, as you said, can make things. So he's kind of, I'm not going to say immortal, but he's pretty hard to damage.
Yeah,
Batman villains, and of course, behind you is from the Batman animated
from
series.
that episode. Yes,
which is really cool, and I like it, so I put that one in as opposed to something from this trailer. All right, but let's get onto the trailer. It's 2 minutes 25 seconds. The title, the entire trailer. This is the one that recently came out in the last couple of days, and we'll just go through and just yell pause when you see something, and we'll go here. All right, let's pull it up here. There it is. All right. Here we go.
Show me. Show me.
What do you want, Mr. Hagen?
I want my life back.
I know you. You're famous.
Okay, so it looks like they're pretty much just start off. They're pretty much establishing him as Matt Hagen is his name, very similar to the comics. Yeah, he's a famous, actor, right? Model, something like that, right? Okay, so setting the stage here. Go ahead.
Sorry, Basil Carlo, another Clayface. He was the actor, so they've taken something from the kind of Basil Carlo character and just connected it to the Matt Hagen, but it's mostly based on Matt Hagen.
Mm-hmm. So this seems a bit establishing of it. It seems very similar to the original. All right, let's keep going.
It's a tragedy what they did to him.
Boo.
I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
Stop a moment.
This isn't cosmetic.
See, the thing is that you saw that they injured his face. In some of the stories, it was a car accident. In some of the storylines itself, and
but this appears to be a mob type,
like a mob type situation.
Yeah. It owes money to some bad people, so they cut his face.
Right.
So that's his motivation.
Surgery.
Even if it kills me, I'll be better off than I am now.
Matt. What?
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay.
So the typical science experiments gone wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In the animated series, it was Roland Daggett Industries, where basically they had like a cold cream. It was like a cold cream, and basically you rub the cold cream on your face, and it supposedly removes the blemishes, or basically, it's almost like a plastic surgery in a jar. In other words.
Yeah. All right.
I have no idea what side effects you'll have or how to treat them.
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look good.
Hi, I'm a doctor. I have no idea what the side effects are, but I'll just inject you with this thing.
Well, it's never been stable. Even in the Batman the Animated Series, the Daggett Industries cold cream was not stable.
Yeah. It's funny where they find these doctors and scientists who just inject anything into anybody. No problem. All right.
So if we stop, don't they prevent scissors going on planes? Even small cosmetic scissors.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I just
scissors
that.
are not allowed on a plane.
Yeah, what do we? Yeah. Oh.
Well, he's flying from Uganda to Nigeria or somewhere. Maybe I guess they don't care.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Oops.
So is he really going to get in there and start cutting his skin? Is this why this is body horror as opposed to a superhero movie?
Well, it's always been body horror in a way, even in the animated series itself.
Yeah. All right. Let's go a little bit further.
What's happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
You want to know how I feel? The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me.
Okay, I just got to pause a little bit every once in a while to try to prevent any. So he's setting himself the classic villain. The people betrayed him. The justice system betrayed him.
Yeah, the justified
they kind of went
villain.
Different with this, they kind of like they're trying to get. And unfortunately, they're doing is they're trying to create the anti-hero at this point. It looks like.
I think they're just making him a little sympathetic, right?
It's in a
like
way. Well, the way the animated series went, it was like you kind of was sympathetic, but you were dealing with someone dealing with addiction.
Yeah,
because the cream, it was Renew. It was called Renew. Was the cream called, and he kept using it. He couldn't. He was like it was like a cocaine addict. You just kept using it and using it and using it. And if he couldn't find it, he'd go nuts. It become with withdrawal at that point.
Yeah, I like that a little bit. It makes it more,
Mm-hmm.
This is like, I really like my face, and some crazy scientist experimented on me. It's not my fault.
They stole my career, my money, my life. I'm a monster.
The usual doom music
you're doom.
that all trailers seem to have nowadays.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah, very scary.
I have no idea who you are.
Oh, we don't quite get to see the monster there, but
No.
he's taking revenge on his thing. All right.
Yeah, there's another trailer where you just see the shadow.
October 23rd. All right, it's a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
All
movie.
right. Gentlemen, thoughts?
Well, like I said, I the one thing is, I don't know if it's going to happen here, but the one thing I loved about the animated series, it was basically the story was of addiction. That basically Matt was this great actor, not the biggest actor, now Oscar-winning actor, but he was a great actor. When the accident happened and he started doing this cold cream type situation, it made him a better actor because basically he was able to become the characters that he was on the screen. This was not like where he could sit there and makeup department fix him up and no, he was able to reshape his face to look like the character like you see on the screen right now behind you here. Those are each of the characters in the movies that he played in, and he's able to do that. And that basically, when he kept not having any of the cream at all, and he was becoming withdrawn on it, and he's like, no, I have to have it. I mean, I'm hoping that they're doing it in this version of it.
There doesn't seem to be any mention of that at all.
It's an injection.
Yeah. Is he getting additional injections? Maybe. Could be.
He could be
bugging her for additional injections.
Or we could be dealing with like substance or saccharin. Those two movies.
Yeah. I don't know. This just the trailer doesn't grip me. I'm when I watched the Joker trailer, because it's a very similar sort of thing. You're taking a Batman villain, showing their origins, and I'm talking the first Joker movie, not the second. There was sympathy for the character, and you understood why the character turned out mad and insane as the Joker does. You can see how people are, treating them and how they just kind of snap and with this, I'm struggling to relate to the person. I know it's only a trailer, but they managed to convey that quite well in the Joker trailer. And in this trailer, I'm looking at this guy and I'm just like, he doesn't seem likable at all. And they just seem to be showing and focusing on, as you said, Snob, the body horror nature of Clayface. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing gripping me. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I don't like the anti-hero. I don't like the villain. I'm not taken by the trailer. The music and the bomb is just like usual irritating sound. I don't know. I got a feeling this is definitely going to be a miss. I'm not too sure what you two think, but for me, it just hasn't gripped me at all.
Well, I think with this particular trailer, they're not showing a lot. They're just doing it in clips, that's the way a trailer should be. Yes, I do agree. There are some issues with this trailer, the music score, and all, and it's just, when you looked at the Penguin series, it hit on all gears. It just in the first episode alone, when you saw it, it's like boom. Okay, we're doing the Penguin, we're doing the Rise of the Penguin. See what the backstory on there. With the Clayface movie, it could go either way to the situation on there. See, the one thing is, and you mentioned the Joker. I myself, I don't really like these Joker movies, and I'll tell you why. The Joker doesn't have a back origin. He doesn't. For the reason is he'll tell you an origin story. And there's an episode of Batman the Animated Series where Harley tries to kill Batman, and Batman sort of like, oh, so you're gonna kill me now, or you think you're gonna? And she goes, but I do it for my pudding, and I love him. Oh, really? He told you all these stories, and she'd be like, yeah, and he'd say, oh, he told you the one where he was a comedian on the stage. Oh, I've heard it all because that's the Joker. The Joker. If you hear the Joker's origin story, you can't trust, even in Mask of the Phantasm, you can't trust the backstory on it because the Joker lies, and he continues to lie on his story itself.
But the film
which is great,
captured the audience.
Yeah, it captured the audience. You're right. It captured the audience to the situation, and I always tell people, don't trust that. It's a great story to itself, but that's not his origin story, and you'll never ever get his true origin story in the DC universe because that's the way it was written originally. The Joker was somebody that came out of nowhere, and you don't know who he truly is. With Matt Hagen, you know who he is. He's sort of a prima donna, this actor that, his shit don't stink, to the point. But he's a great actor to the point. If they have it this way, they're not really showing that he is an actor or he's a model, but he's putting himself out there. His face is an important thing. So that's why he would take this moment and says, hey, I'll try anything to fix my face. My face is my moneymaker, to that point. Now, are they going into the addiction portion of it? I hope so. If not, if they're just doing one injection and done, it may not be as good.
Okay, my views. I agree with what Dean has said. I kind of like Clayface as a villain. But I agree with Madman. I think the addiction portion of it much more makes him a villain. This makes him more of a victim. So we don't know for sure what they're doing with this. If he's going to be addicted to these regular injections, I suspect not, based on what we've seen. He seems to be one and done, but we'll see. I wasn't really that interested in this initially because I'm not a big horror fan and I'm not a big body horror fan, but based on this trailer, that aspect of it seems to be overdone. I think like it's much more of a, it's not going to be, I don't know, Madman, these things a bit better than me, perhaps. So maybe you disagree, but it seems that is less, that body horror aspect is lessened, which makes it more appealing to me because I'm not, a big, like I said, a big horror fan.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, like with Substance is a great movie. If you haven't seen it with Demi Moore, she takes something that basically creates a younger version of her. In other words, she splits it into two people, and she has to. She keeps the other part of her, like sort of in a coma, and hidden. And she goes out, and she has, I think, was it 24 hours? It was 24 hours. To basically do what she has to do, go through the day and all that, then come back and switch back. And it goes back and forth. And the part is that the younger part becomes obsessed because she says, oh, I haven't finished the day. Oh, no, I got to keep it going. I have to, she takes more of the essence of her older self into her. And it just, her original body becomes mutated, sort of. It becomes just all, bent out of shape, and it just gets to the point, and I'm sorry, I'm ruining the moment. It becomes to the point where she just melts away as liquid into the sewer, which, if you watch the animated series, you had, there was a episode where Matt Hagen ended up melting away into the sewer.
Yeah.
Clayface.
So do you think that this is a bit less body horror than what we've, or is it just the trailer?
It depends on what they're going to do with him. I mean, is he going to change his looks, like disguise himself as someone else? Like in Feet of Clay, it opens that he disguises himself as Bruce Wayne, and basically he gets blamed for almost killing Lucius Fox.
So too early to tell is what you're saying.
It's too early to tell.
Too early to tell.
This is an October release. There's probably maybe 2 more trailers probably coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Now, what about the DC doing this? I mean, Clayface, I mean, I like him as a villain, but let's face it, he's not the top tier of Batman villains. I mean, he's not the Joker, he's not Penguin, he's not Catwoman, he's not
but we've had
the Riddler or someone like that,
right? But we've had the Rogues Gallery that they don't talk about too much, but Batman the Animated Series talking about that had body horror type situations. Clayface is one of a couple. You had Clayface, then you have Baby Doll. Baby Doll is a woman that her body hasn't aged or grown up, that she still looks like a child, but she's an adult. And then you have Calendar Girl, who basically wears a mask, and she basically has done so much to face that she can't bear to see it. But when you see her true self, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, but she can't see it. All she sees is the flaws in her. But she's perfect. Her face is perfect, but all she sees is the flaws on there. So you see this kind of thing in the Batman universe itself.
Yeah, but isn't this a little bit? I mean, it seems strange to do a Clayface movie when we're still, we don't have, we haven't gone with these other, more.
You know what it is? You know what it is also? Penguin was good, but it was excellent to the situation. But we've always had a Joker, in there. We always had a Catwoman. We've had. I'm trying to think also. That Mr. Freeze.
Harlequin's been around.
Yeah. We've had all these other characters, and I think DC. And I said this in one of my videos. I would love to see other characters. That was one good thing about Gotham the TV series, because you saw Mad Hatter, you saw a ton of other characters. We've seen Riddler how many times? We've seen and many other of the Rogues Galleries, but we don't see Clayface, we don't see Calendar Girl, we don't see Baby Doll, we don't see Killer Croc, we don't. There are many other Rogues Galleries that we don't see out in the open when it comes to the Batman universe. And I'm in agreement that DC should try to at least use these other villains as standalone.
All right.
See which one.
So you're supportive.
Like, I'm hoping there's going to be a Penguin too. All
right. So you're supportive. All right, Dean, you okay with that too?
Yeah. It's. Do you know what? It's too early to tell. This is the first trailer I've seen. It's a villain that I really didn't know until this point. I did a bit of research ahead of the show after watching the trailer. This trailer alone isn't enough to get my interest. So let's see what other trailers come out, and then I'll reserve judgment until I've seen them. But right now, I'm thinking it's a miss. I don't think it's going to inspire people to go and watch it. Unless you have a deep understanding of the lore, like Madman, and want to go see it for the origin of the villain. I think your normal person on the street might look at the trailer and go, "Nah, it's not for me."
It seems strange to me that they wouldn't try, to perhaps introduce these villains in another movie, in a Batman movie or something like that, and then branch them off after that, or in a series, something like that, instead of doing it right directly. But all power to them if they want to try. I think it's kind of a miss for me too, but it's primarily because I'm not big into the horror aspect, and it's been shown to be kind of a horror thing. And this trailer didn't really grab me. It was okay. It gave me a little bit about Clayface, and if I hadn't known anything about him, I kind of don't generally know his backstory. I've seen the animated series, but it didn't really grab me and say, yeah, I got to go see this. And if I add the horror aspect, which I'm not a fan of, it's kind of pushes me into the miss column. But I'm open to being convinced otherwise, depending on what I see in the future.
Mm-hmm. See, and the thing is that they showed this portion of Clayface has so many powers. It's really insane. I mean, in the third season, it was the Adventures of Batman and Robin, which Batman animated series becomes the Adventures of Batman and Robin. Clayface has variants. In other words, he's able to take pieces of himself and create like other versions of himself. In other words, there's an episode where it's like the Christmas episode where he has like little kids running around stealing for him, but they're just. And then there's an episode with Robin, and he meets this girl that's basically being chased by Clayface through the whole thing. She doesn't remember who she is or what she, and then you find out at the end is that she's part of Clayface that got lost, and now he's trying to bring it back, become whole again.
Yeah, that's.
So,
Clayface has been used in a lot of other times where you've got some other villain is controlling Clayface, and he is going around doing things looking like Batman or looking like another villain, so that this villain can do stuff, but oh no, he's here in jail still, or something like that, right? So
he's in the Creature Commando series in season 1. Yeah, he's in this Creature Commando series in series 1.
So he's good to be used by others as well to keep people guessing as to what's really going on. Batman, it can't be this guy. He's in jail. Oh, wait a second. Is that him in jail or is it Clayface in jail? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
So just like that. So I think he's probably, in the past I've seen him better used in conjunction with the grander conspiracy and other villains and that sort of thing. But I guess we're going to see how this goes. Yeah. And final thoughts? Anyone?
I hope they have a better soundtrack.
Oh yeah. I hope they do a better trailer.
A better trailer.
Yeah, a better trailer and a better soundtrack.
Yeah, well, definitely.
I would expect kind of a Shirley Walker type score. Shirley Walker was the person who did the animated series, and she had great scores for that.
The sound was pretty basic. Suspense music in this. It was a little bit weak.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, gentlemen. Thanks very much. Hope everyone enjoyed our takes on this, and we'll watch for further trailers coming out. There's a bunch of them coming out from San Diego Comic-Con. We'll have a few in the next few days and weeks. I've got one I want to do for sure, which I'll keep quiet for now, but we'll do that next time. Yeah. All right.
Well, remember tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern.
What's going on then?
On Merrimack Cafe, we are doing the recap on San Diego Comic-Con. On there. Yeah, we're doing the recap on there. We're going to do a couple things, talk about a couple things here and there, what came out of it, some of it from different parts of there. Then we're going to be doing the box office, obviously, on Odyssey. Now, here's the breaking news.
Oh, right.
We're going to have to talk to tomorrow. News. Okay, we have breaking news. The numbers for Spider-Man Brand New Day are starting to come out. The pre-numbers, which is like the pre-sales. If what the media is reporting right now, they're about domestic. We're at 60 million.
Wow.
Right now, pre-sales. 120 worldwide.
That's pretty high.
In pre-sales, 120 worldwide. We're talking anywhere from about a 250 to 300 million domestic worldwide. Together, we may break 800 million just this weekend alone.
That seems high.
Maybe higher.
We'll see.
Because Endgame first weekend out, they hit $1 billion on the weekend, on the first weekend.
All right.
I'm excited to see how this pans out. Yeah. And I guess we're going to talk a lot more tomorrow about it.
All right. And Dean and I will both be there.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Yep. I'll be a little late as usual, but we'll be there. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming by. Tune in tomorrow and find our takes on the box office and a little more information of what's come out of Comic-Con San Diego. All right.
Yep. Right on Cuticast TV.
All right. You got the link. Pop the link in the chat right now.
Oh, yeah. Right. Sorry. Hang on one second.
Well, go ahead, throw it in there, and
I forgot.
We'll go out. You can throw it in there. People can grab it on the way out. All right.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.